Hello. How should we
Hello.
start the introduction?
I don't think we need an introduction. It's okay.
Uh,
If there are any
so,
more topics people would like to discuss, we could bring one up.
I was just thinking about what we were talking about just now. Oh, about
Hmm?
words. There's words, and if you want to read the book between your ears. And I just want to quickly mention this is something I really appreciate about Christianity. They got something right, which is when they read the Bible, there was a invitation to like pray first, like sort of like inviting whether it's Jesus or Holy Spirit into the heart. That's how they call it, and then only then you read. And I think it's the same thing too when it comes to like reading suttas or what teacher says or that. And this is why we talk about practice really. Like we we get into a calm state, or at least we make the effort to, and make the effort to gladden the mind to be here. Yeah, and it's way better really, because if you read from a place of like fear, greed, hatred, aversion, you're just not gonna see. You only see what you want to see. And
Mm.
I want to talk about that. Can you talk more about that a bit? Maybe whatever you have in mind, but yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You hit on a good point. The attitude of the mind, the state that the mind's in. Like if the mind's in a still, open state, it's not wanting anything, then you can enjoy reading the sutras. Enjoy reading the words, reading the stories. You can connect more than if you're reading them from a place of desire, of wanting something, of feeling like there's an answer in a book that's going to solve a problem. All the words do is point to the fact that there is no problem. You can put down any notion of having a problem, and then none exists. So yeah, the attitude that which we approach any task, whether it's reading a sutta or meditating or going to a family meal or going to work, like if we practice first, get the mind into a good state, get the mind back to this present moment, not wanting anything, not thinking about what's going to happen in the future, what happened in the past. We're just here, just present, just aware, just quietly satisfied, then whatever happens is pretty all right. Not much needs doing with it. Yeah, as I think Dhammarato says sometimes, like attitude is sort of forerunner to everything. It sort of colours experience. It's beneficial to have a good attitude, to have an attitude of satisfaction, an attitude of this moment's all right, an attitude of nothing to get, nowhere to be, and everything's easy. Come what may.
It's also it's very funny. I see over here sometimes it's very quickly like the mind wants problem. I think it was you that shared this many months ago, something like there's nothing to solve. I forgot what he said. Um, Maybe Eunice, if he remembers. He's definitely can't. He's not listening right now. But yeah, it's
Oh,
so interesting. Like the mind finds problems. It's so funny. Like people usually say stuff like I don't want to suffer. Uh, you know, but if paying attention, sometimes that's what the mind is doing. You see this like in toxic relationship when people like this person is making me stress out, but then they keep going back. It can be parents, can be friendship, even French relationship with one's own habit. It's like this is stressing me out, but then we keep thinking about it. It's so funny, really. Like it's just a funny show we keep doing to ourselves. Um, and I see that really for me it's like because I think I'm just scared of having no problems. It's like, oh, what now? I don't have problems. There's nothing to solve. What am I doing? And that really scares people. It really scares me.
yeah, that's past conditioning. Like, we condition to have a mind that's in normal society, have a mind that's problem solving, have a mind that's always busy, and so it's just normal for in times when there could be quietness in the mind because really there's not much going on. The mind thinks about, oh, what can what problems can we create to solve right now? Like, solving problems feels good. It releases these chemicals. So, oh, in the past this thing happened, in the future this might happen, and I don't want that to happen. So, what can I do to solve it? And so, the mind left unchecked spins around creating all sorts of problems. Um, yeah, but as you said, practice is the ending of problems.
Mm.
Realizing that we can change the conditioning. We don't need to make up problems where none exist. At this
Mm.
moment, all the problems that we used to create weren't problems at all until we thought of them, and we can simply choose to not think of them. If we don't think them into existence, then the problems don't exist, and the mind can just chill instead. Far more peaceful. We have to experience it to realize that it's peaceful, and then experience it again and again until new conditions form that doesn't create problems, and that
Mm.
just relaxes instead.
Mm. Yeah, which is why it reminds me our friends here in the Dhamma friends sometimes say stuff like, "I don't need a problem to solve," and I smile when I read that because it really reminds me. Yeah, there's no problems. It's nice to not have problems to solve. It's nice
Mm,
to just relax.
yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's all the worldly stuff that we're conditioned to call problems aren't problems. Not if we just here and now, like, whatever it is right now, it's right now, and that just is how it is, and everything changes because that's their nature to change, and so there are no problems. Just like that, there's a sort of diagram that's still sort of mundane knowledge, but it says like uh, it's like a, a flow chart that says problem. Can you do anything about it? Yes. No problem. No. No problem.
Yep.
all the all the worldly stuff. It's like they're not really problems. It's just thinking about it that makes it into a problem. Thinking about
Yeah.
the past, thinking about the future, wanting, not wanting, all the usual suspects. And it's
Yeah.
all that stuff that we learn through practice to just stop, to just put down, to just come back to this moment and be like, right now, I can just stop thinking things that aren't in line with what is right now, which is not much of anything at all.
Mm.
And as you say, it's really relaxing to have no problems, to stop, to
Mm.
cease creating problems where no problems exist.
Mm.
We can chill, baby, chill. No worries. No worries.
And, would be so funny if one day people just turn on the news and then basically the the front page, no, there is no problem. There's no problem.
That's it. There is no other news. No one's talking. There's just a graphic saying there is no problem.
Yeah.
Breathe and relax.
Thich Nhat Hanh, Thich Nhat Hanh, they have this saying I really like. Is if we want if we want peace, we practice peace. I'm paraphrasing here, but yeah,
Mm.
and it's really simple. And to me, it always reminds me like one thing I really appreciating over here was the Dharma makes me honest with myself. It's not that I'm maliciously lying. It's just it's hard to see. Like I could say like I want peace, but then I'm doing something that creates the opposite of that. You know,
Mm.
finding things to argue in my mind, finding uh, all the way I keep telling myself this moment is not good enough. And then, but if I turn on the light and I see, wait, like if I want peace, then let's let's practice that right now. Let's practice having no problems, like you said. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's what we again comes back to the attitude and the right here and now. What are we focusing on? Like if the if you say practice, like if we practice peace, more likely to have more peace here and now. Just like if we practice, I don't know, if we practice a foreign language, the mind's more likely to remember the foreign language. If we practice building muscles, then the body's more likely to have to have muscle on it. Like yeah. So in the past, we used to practice delusion and practice wanting and hating and greed and anger and fear, and now we're just practicing stopping all that, putting it down,
Mhm.
realizing the bags are heavy and we don't
Yeah.
need to carry them anymore, and practicing putting them down. If we notice we pick them up again, we say, okay, just put them down, and then there's no problem.
Yeah.
And you got like goes back to like reading the sutras. Like if people read the sutras wanting to get something, they'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
If people practice wanting to get something, they'll be disappointed. But if you
Yeah.
practice, because really every we just lose stuff with the practice. Like you lose
Mm.
so much. You lose greed, you lose fear, you lose anger, you lose hatred, you lose wanting, needing to be something, do something. Like things just get lost. And with the loss, with putting stuff down and not picking it up, comes a lighter present moment, a lighter mind. A calmer present moment. There's not much going on. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to want right now. And some people sometimes, again, get the wrong end of the stick. Like when they think, when they have when they read suttas and have sort of intellectual knowledge without the practice to back it up, then people can read into, oh well, that just means that, like, what you're gonna do, you're not gonna do anything. And no, you can still do worldly stuff and have a job and family and everything else. Like, just stop making problems with life as it is right now. And whether there's a child or no child, it's not a problem. Whether there's a job or no job, it's not a problem. Wife or husband or not, no problem. Money or not, no problem. Like, can just do whatever worldly stuff, what worldly tasks arise when they arise without making a problem with it. And then everything just flows smoothly.
Yeah. Yes, you have. Oh, I think he's still on the track. Yeah.
You're actually on a train, Eunice, or is your microphone just noisy?
Microphone noisy. I don't know if you still hear it.
Yeah, I can still hear that.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can hear you clear enough.
Oh, great. Yeah, I think it's a Linux issue. They just changed.
Is it a codec issue or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I tried to plug off the microphone and the system still showed there was noise, even with the microphone plugged off. It's probably something internal.
Okay. Linux is pretty fun. You can just play around, try some different codecs, find one that's clearer.
Oh yeah. I still haven't figured any of that out. But yeah, let's see, do that.
Sounds like we're speaking to one of the Artemis astronauts up in space. Come in, Eunice, over.
Yeah. Houston.
Houston, we have no problem. Have you got anything you'd like to talk about, Eunice?
Yeah, I've been reflecting these days on the mind and how it's almost like a pet parrot. It's I've been having fun with that. If I can see how it learns certain things, because sometimes it's almost like I feel a victim to it, but then I kind of catch myself doing the same thing to it. It's like I'm being violent. I violently want something and I'm striving really hard to get it, and then I get surprised when the mind, maybe I want to relax and sit down, and the mind becomes violent towards hey, let's do this, get up. Yeah, and seeing it through this lens of an innocent animal or child or parrot, that just learns what I do. It almost like repeats it just a bit later. It has been very, very liberating because it reduces a lot of the fear and aversion that might have been there before. Because before, maybe if my mind started to do certain things that made unpleasant feeling arise, I would almost like feel attacked, like make an entity out of it, and it's like, oh, the mind is attacking me. But now it's more like, oh, like the mind is just pulling out these images that I previously put myself on. Like maybe I was delighting in images of being better than others, or images in like whatever, maybe like violence, getting my revenge on someone. And then like the mind just plays it back. It just plays with it, like a child will play with a toy or like with a knife. You bring a knife home and then you look back and you see like your child is like grabbing it and playing with it, and he has it by the hilt now, and yeah, like it becomes more funny this way if I see it this way. It's like, oh, of course, I was delighting in images of superiority, and now the mind is simply playing with it. It's simply like, hey, let's just try and make you the one that's inferior, like, let's play with this image. And yeah, it's like an image and causes healing. So yeah, now it's just about being the kind of becoming the adult in the room, and yeah, like not letting in sharp knives, sharp scissors, like in those kids TV shows, they always recommend, hey, buy rounded scissors, with no end, and that's like wholesome thoughts. And like pointy scissors, they're like unwholesome thoughts. It's like that, only if you're going to play crafts with your kid, bring rounded scissors. You don't need sharp scissors that are pointy, and the kid can hurt you, or it can even hurt himself. So I've been playing with this perception of the mind and like the whole situation, and it's pretty fun. Yeah, if you, because it learns from you. If you keep the 5 precepts, if you have the chance to be violent and you don't be violent, like you stick with the precepts, you don't do certain things, then you have a friend inside, like the whole environment within becomes more friendly because you've led by example. You're like, okay, no matter what, we're not going to be violent. And then the mind says, yeah, okay, like that's what it learns. It kind of repeats it. It says, okay, no matter what, we're not gonna be violent. Guess we're doing that, and suddenly you're not being attacked anymore. Like the mind becomes friendly because you've shown it. You've shown it. It can be done, and it feels good for both. It's like a win-win.
Yeah, really. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, the mind is like initially like a little animal or a child, like they're ignorant of the danger. So it's not that they can't learn how to use sharp things. Well, a child can't learn to use them safely. They do with some instruction, but they're just ignorant of the danger. And it was a good analogy with the mind, like the mind in its normal state before we start to practice is ignorant of the danger of unwholesome thoughts, greed, anger, delusion, etc. Like it doesn't see any danger in them, doesn't see any problem in them. Sometimes it delights in them as help to create this strong feeling of I that exists. But yeah, as you say, once we sort of realize that, oh no, it's actually dangerous to play with knives or to give a young child sharp scissors, like, then we can learn to take them away or to train them to use them, like, yeah.
And also, like, just
Mine.
fostering a friendly relationship, because if you have a child and like you can become friends with them, like even if they grab some sharp scissors and like, hey, like, let's put these down, it's gonna like listen if you have like developed a friendship. Otherwise it just becomes like, hey, drop the knife, and it's like, no, you start fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becomes an American police standoff situation.
Yeah.
Drop the scissors or you'll get tased. Yeah. We just practice being kind.
Yeah, and
Seeing things
like, remember that, like, the way, like, what the mind is doing, like most of it things you've like taught it to do, like you've been delighting in. Like maybe it's grabbing a knife and pointing it at you. It's because it's seen you do it. Like that's how the mind learns. It's like seen you do it, and like just remembers that. It's like, oh, this is something that we can do. It's like monkey mind, monkey see, monkey do. And I don't know, like just remembering this thing helps. It's okay. Like this is not random. Like this is my karma. I've delighted in this action, and now the mind is repeating it. And like just being aware of it, and not like feeling like a victim to it, even though like you might kind of, no, you're not even a mind like victim to it. It's just it's doing that, and it's causing unpleasant feelings to arise. Like that's all. Like there is no need to make yourself a victim to it. That's even more karma. You're making up a story and hurting yourself here, if you interpret it otherwise, I think.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head there. Don't need to make a problem with it. Can call it karma, can call it just seeing conditioning.
Yeah.
The outcome of conditioning playing out here and now. Like, that's why practice is not making a problem with it, not being like, oh, it's my karma. I did these things and I have to suffer. It's like, oh, this is happening because this has been practiced before. That's okay.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to practice not doing this thing, and then we'll see the outcome of that, which is the not arising of whatever thing arose before. And then we keep practicing that. We keep practicing not doing, not being, not having, not wanting, and then the fruits of those arise, which is not much of anything to make note of. So then there's no problem. Slowly, every time we see it, that's the only moment we can practice putting it down again and again. As you say, monkey see, monkey do. So let's show monkey not much at all, and then it'll be pretty chill after some practice.
Yeah, those are the best times, like after you practice setting things down, then you see the mind doing itself, and that's like, whoa. that's when it hits, that's when it feels really nice. Like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not the one doing it right. The mind is gone.
Yeah, that's when you ask the question, whose mind is it anyway?
Yeah.
Whose mind is it anyway? Whose problems were they anyway? Just like this right now. No owner to need, no problem to make. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Eunice.
Yeah, no
problem.
Yeah, no problem up here in space. The space station.
No problem. There's no problem here. Is this Thailand?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for some banking things to get settled, and then I'll be able. So it was kind of a blessing that my first flight got cancelled. Yeah. It's easier to deal with it while I'm here home.
Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, banking and stuff need to be in person.
I didn't quite catch that. You're cutting off a lot.
Okay. No, just saying banking stuff can require being in person to do things sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It was mostly about having having access to my computer, because like most of the files are there. But yeah, it's not a in-person bank. I have like one of those online accounts, but they were like asking for a lot of documents. Like it was like much. I only had them like on my computer, basically.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to take them with you when you go traveling on a USB drive or on your phone or something, Google Drive, so that you can access them if needed.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a blessing because, I mean, if I had gone, I would still be in Thailand now. I think. Yeah, like the plan was coming back on the 28th. So yeah, like I would like still have the account like with issues, like issues of withdrawing. So because they're very slow. So like even if I sent them the documents like what was it, 2 weeks ago, and they just replied 3 days ago. That's like, so since I'm like at home, I have like other, I have cash and other things. It's much better. If I were in Thailand, I would have probably just stayed at home, ate rice, I guess, with no money.
Yeah, things can happen more slowly than we might expect them to sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a good moment to practice. Like at first I was like checking every hour. I was like, oh, they're gonna reply very soon, and then like I kind of started. Okay, I'm just gonna check like once a day, and that's it. And the next time, like the rest of the day, I'm just think about it. And yeah, or not proliferate it, because not thinking about it, that's also not up to me. But like proliferate it, yeah, like that's a habit. If thoughts of the bank come, it's like, okay, thought of bank came and it went away on its own. Don't need to proliferate it. Yeah. Yeah, proliferation. That's something I'm tackling these days. Like a theme. I think it's called papancha. So I've discovered a new. By Ivan. I've discovered a new YouTuber, Bante Joe, and I really like his talks. But when I find something like this, I usually like proliferate a lot. Like I want to watch all the videos. He has been recording since I think 2018 or so. So he has like hundreds of videos. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch them all now. So yeah, like going in that phase of like consuming too much with the excuse that, oh, it's Dhamma, so it's good. But he actually has some videos that talk about this specifically, and because he's pretty young, so he has had experience with technology, seen it grow. Yeah, he calls papancha. He also calls it expansion, and yeah, that's how it feels sometimes. It's like, oh, I want to expand and get all of the videos, see them all. So it also like requires skill to like be okay. I don't need to watch them. I'm already okay. I can figure things on my own, and that's actually the best way to like kind of figuring things out on my own, like getting like practice. He calls it like hand-to-hand combat practice. And then like after, you can go and read suttas and be like, oh yeah, this is what I saw. Otherwise it doesn't really help.
Yeah, it just sounds like craving, really. Just wanting something that you don't have, wanting to consume all of the content, which means that right now isn't okay because one hasn't consumed all of said content yet. And that if only can watch all of the 600 videos, then which is the same age-old conditioned fake problem of here and now is not okay. And just put it down and be like, no, I'm going to practice here and now is okay. And then if I watch a video, it's okay. If I don't watch a video, it's okay. Don't need to watch all of the videos right now.
Yeah, because that's why usually the problem starts. It's like this proliferation, expansion. Because yeah, if it kind of comes and goes on its own, it's very small, it's very light. But then, like this habit of proliferation that I think Alex says making a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah, like this habit.
Yeah.
And
Indeed.
it's also like desires. Like with desires, I noticed that, desire itself isn't really a problem. It's like my relationship to it. Like sometimes I get a desire of eating chocolate. I don't actually really like chocolate. Maybe let's say chips. Of eating chips, I like. And I don't have them at home, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store and get them. And by the time I'm driving the car, like the desire to get chips has already gone away, and I haven't noticed it. It's like, oh, I really don't care about chips. The desire has risen, and now it has ceased. Sometimes it's even shorter than that. Sometimes it's just like a few seconds. But yeah. Then like the whole thing, maybe I get frustrated with it and like, oh, I'm gonna go anyways to the shop. Like, angry that it's appeared. Or another example is if I'm playing video games, it's like, oh, I really want to play video games. Then I play it for 5 minutes and the desire is gone. But then I'm like forcing myself. That's something interesting. Like, if I'm trying to start to see it, like if I just look at this desire come and go and like stop the exact moment like it goes away, I think it's gonna be like a less burden. Because like most of the time, because the real frustration that I get, it's like when I'm doing something and I'm not even enjoying it. Like, oh, I'm playing this video game and I'm enjoying it. Why am I forcing myself to do it?
Yeah, gonna do something right now. May as well enjoy it, whether it's playing a video game, going to get some chips, whatever else. Dhamma uses the example of when he's discussed smoking before, and it's like there's many times you can not buy cigarettes. You can buy cigarettes but not take one out of the box. You can take one out but not put it in your mouth. You can put it in your mouth but not light it. And light it but not puff on it. You can take one puff and then put it out. Like you can, there are many opportunities to awaken to the present moment here and now, and to realize actually, just because something's been done in the previous mind moment doesn't mean that it needs to be continued. It needs to be continued in this mind moment. This mind moment is a completely new moment, and we can do a complete 360. We can put down what we've picked up. We can do whatever in this moment. So when we realize we've been giving unwise attention to something, we can just put it down. No problem. Whether we've started playing video games, we've started driving to the shop, the moment at which we realize, oh, the desire's not here now. We can be like, oh, how nice. I can just stop the car, breathe and relax, enjoy the breath, turn around and go home. I can just put down the video game controller, turn it off, take a nice breath, and just relax instead.
Yeah.
That's what the practice is all about. Being here and now, recognizing when things have arisen, recognizing it's unwise to give them attention, and putting them down over and over again. And then enjoying the stillness and the peace and satisfaction that comes with not needing to do anything right now, not needing to make the mind busy right now.
Yeah, that comes with also. That's also where training helps, because at first, like, there is a, like, the mind, since it's been conditioned in the past violence, it's almost like having a, like, gang of terrorists in my mind. Like, it's not saying, oh, you know what, eating chips will be nice right now. No, like, fuck, give me the chips right now, or I'll blow your head off. Like, that's how it feels sometimes. It's like so intense, and I'm like scared. I fall to this voice. I'm like, oh my god, I'm scared now. I must go in. But if I practice, it's like, oh, like, I can be okay without the chips, and it's like, no, you can't. And yeah, it's also about being comfortable with the reactions, because maybe, like, these violent thoughts come in, like this terrorist tendency, and they trigger my whole body. Like, I noticed, like, my hand going cold. It's when there is anxiety, my hands go cold, and I feel like that. Like, practice, like what Dhammarato suggests, having wholesome thoughts. You can be like, oh, nice, I'm cold now, it's fresh, like, kind of like perceive it in a different way. Like, oh, how nice, I guess we're cold now. Not be intimidated by these things, because like, sometimes they can also, like, it's not just voices. This is my voice saying it. It's also like it can also, like, turn into, like, physical sensation. I don't know, a pain somewhere, headache, or my legs start hurting. Yeah, it's very funny sometimes. Like, the way you get, if you can receive those things and not escalate. That's where the practice has been given for me recently.
Yeah, that's why wholesome thoughts are really beneficial when we start to practice. Like, if the mind's constantly spinning around and it's having all these, it's constantly wrapped up in greed and hatred and delusion and fear and anger, and then trying to say to it, yo, chill, bro, is unlikely to work. Which is why the more that we practice having wholesome thoughts, filling the mind with thoughts that are more in line with reality right now, with thoughts like, oh, this breath's a nice breath. Oh, isn't it nice? Nothing dangerous is going on right now. I'm just sat here, relaxing. This chair's really comfortable. This tea tastes nice. Like, it's nice and warm, or it's nice and cool right now. Like, just practicing having wholesome thoughts allows the mind a bit of respite from the unwholesome thoughts. And the more we practice, the more even the wholesome thoughts can be allowed to chill by themselves. And then we don't need even the wholesome thoughts so much anymore. But yeah, they are a good antidote to unwholesome thoughts. Swap it out. Swap it out. If the mind, it's like if you've got a cup and it's full of you got a cup and it's full of coffee, and then you slowly put in more water, well, all the coffee's going to come out and get diluted. If you pour in more coffee, it's going to be more coffee, less watery, and it's just about pouring in more of the wholesome thoughts, which then forces out the unwholesome thoughts. If you can't have both a wholesome thought and an unwholesome thought in the mind at the same time, it's a one in, one out situation. So the more time we practice having the mind having a wholesome thought, the more likely it is to have wholesome thoughts in the next mind moment. And right now, the respite it gives from the unwholesome thoughts is also beneficial. Yeah. And once the mind realizes, oh, it's nice to not be in an agitated, anxious, angry state. It's nice to just feel that everything's okay right now. Then it can relax even more. And it's like, okay, thoughts, don't even need thoughts right now. Right now it's fine. As you say, it's just practice. Just practice. It's just reconditioning. Reconditioning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like with your computer. Like it used to have Microsoft Windows on it, and then it got old, or it got old and slow and wouldn't run well anymore. And then you just reconditioned it, wiped it off, and put on Linux, and now it runs more smoothly, more faster. What we're doing, just reconditioning the mind to overwrite the old operating system of delusion and put in a new one of present moment awareness and reality right now.
Yeah, that's also why faith is important. Kind of like you also need to do the reconditioning, not just when you're being attacked, like when things are clear, when nothing much is going on. You put in the reps, have the wholesome thoughts deliberately. Yeah, like that's the best when not much is going on. Because if nothing much is going on, then it's almost like I didn't see a reason to do it, and it only became clear when like I was being attacked. Like when the mind like starts really get on hold. That's when I'm be.
That's like there's an analogy that there's a Buddhist, an Australian Buddhist nun called Rabina Cortin, and she uses the example. It's like you've got a car, but you don't do any sort of servicing to the car, and the only time you notice that anything's wrong is when you're driving down the freeway going like 100 k's an hour, and you notice that all four wheels are falling off. Like it's a bit too late. Like you should realize first. Like that's why sati is so important. Present moment awareness. Like we don't need to wait until the mind's in this spiral of unwholesome thoughts to see, oh, something's not completely right here. Like we should see it. The sooner something's seen, the far easier it is to put it down. Like if you're walking down the street and eye sees a form, the easiest way to stop it is just when eye sees form, and just look away, or just stop the mind from making anything more from it. If the mind then has a liking or disliking the form, then again, it's another opportunity, if we're looking, to just say, okay, but no thanks, and just put it down. And then the mind might think, oh, that form is relevant to me in somehow. So I am separate from this form, and I either like it or dislike it, want it or don't want it. Again, we can put it down there and then. Or it might think, oh, compelled to go and investigate the form further. So it starts taking actions to go and get whatever it is that it perceives to have some value. And again, we can just stop and put it down. Like there are so many times, if we're aware, if there's sati, there's so many times that we can just realize and put stuff down. So it's beneficial to practice being aware and noticing things sooner and sooner rather than letting them spin out before we take any action. Because then, as you say, mind conditions body, body conditions mind. Like the mind can cause physical sensations to occur if we allow things to spin out a bit, which can then lead to more mental thoughts, and it can become a bit of a one feeding the other situation. So it's best to see it and drop it before that point, really.
Yeah. It's also something I'm still not sure how to describe it, but it's about sati, and I guess there is. I don't know if it's like becoming clear with something, or it's about like how do you make an intention clear and yeah, like relevant for the mind. It's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do when I meet certain forms or form in general. We're gonna be wary of it. Like we're gonna be ready to not do our usual thing. Yeah, it's like being ready for it. For me, the way I've done it recently, that has kind of worked somehow. It's like I decided to do it for a certain amount of time, like for a couple of weeks. I said, okay, I'm gonna, like, now that I kind of see the practice getting better, I'm gonna do like 2 weeks where I take a lot more precepts. I take some rules, and so I'm not going to entertain certain thoughts, certain themes. And I bought a bracelet. Yeah, like I just put on a bracelet, and it's like as a reminder of that. Like since I'm wearing this bracelet, that's a reminder that we're doing this thing, and that has helped like a lot. Even right when I wake up, that's usually when I would entertain certain thoughts. But it has come like automatically. It's like a tripwire, reminded me of, oh, actually, I'm not gonna entertain this. You know, like in the long run. Because usually, if I didn't have like this clear intention, that also has like a physical form of the bracelet, this physical like this intention. Okay, this is what we're gonna do from now on for this amount of time. I would just find loopholes around it. You know, it's like, oh, this time I can get away with it. You know, I can just think about it. I can get away with it. And so like sati would kind of not come, or it would get put down. So maybe it would come a bit later after the thing has gone already, or it will come and I will be like, no, I don't wanna have sati now. I don't wanna keep it in mind. Actually, I can get away. I'm gonna decide. Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever works for you. Like if the bracelet you find beneficial, then more power to that. Like yeah. Some people find
it's like
the
the concept behind it, because at least so far I don't know if if I can have like this awareness 24/7, like always being on guard. It's more like something that the mind learns. It's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do now. This is what we value now. I don't know how to explain, but it leaves no room for because maybe I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm done with this thing, and then like after a few days that thing comes again, and I am like, oh, you know, but I didn't really mean it. I didn't really mean it when I say that. Yeah, it's like this tension. It's not very clear.
Really though, like I get that some people find rules quite beneficial. Like they find taking on 5 precepts, 7 precepts, more precepts beneficial. And again, more power if that helps, then it's all good. But everything, everything's just about stopping making up the stories right now. Stopping making up the stories of something's wrong. Stopping believing past conditioning. Putting down the thoughts that arise. And stopping making problems of stuff. Like once that is practiced to some degree, the mind sees of its own experience that once things are put down, the mind's more peaceful. And that then is why it then does it again. Again. Like, I think making a rule of I'm not going to think X thoughts, or I'm going to do this. Like, again, if it works, then fine. But eventually the mind will just come to realize that it's a much, we can call it nicer. It's a much nicer state to be in, to have a peaceful, still mind that isn't making up problems, and it's much more satisfying, much more steady to just put things down instead of allowing them to continue to proliferate in the mind. And that is what then leads to the repetition, to it doing it again. But initially, having some sort of physical prompt to be here now and to like be aware, if that works for you, then great.
It's also about how to get, because once the mind starts seeing it, I guess that's also why I've been able to keep the in the first place. I was already like starting to kind of see the fruits, I guess. Like, it is actually better, and so the rule is like a reminder, a helpful reminder. You know, if you're not in a community is already a reminder, and like physical objects also be a reminder. If you're like, that's what I mean, reminder.
For sure, reminder,
Sati, that's like a helper of Sati, because Sati is keeping things in mind. So if you made like a determination, like I imagine if I went to like a Wat and did like some 5 precept ceremony or something, it will be like very easy to remember it for a long time. Like versus just saying, oh, you know what, this is something I can do. But of course, in the end, it's all about the mind understanding on itself that the benefit. Because if there is no benefit, then why have rule?
Yeah, Sati's wakey. Sati's be aware now. Yeah. More so than having something, keeping something in mind. It's just what? Wake up. Be here now. And yeah, the fruit, the benefits of practice are seen as soon as we start doing it. So I think that was why here anyway, way like when first came into contact with the practice, watched some videos, and then I was like, oh, okay, this sounds nice. But then it was when it was actually practiced that then I was like, there was the benefit seen clearly of, oh yeah, this actually works. Even just a tiny bit initially, just like a moment of more peacefulness, and that then led to, oh yeah, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Because initially you don't know it can sound intellectually like something beneficial, but until it's been practiced again and again, that's the point at which experientially the mind is aware of the benefit, because it has realized some fruit of practice, and that's what then drives it to practice more and practice and practice and practice. So yeah, any reminder to practice is beneficial. Like Buddhist monks don't really have much going on, so they would normally live. Most monks would live in some form of Sangha, in a sort of community. They have going on alms round. They have the fact that they've got shaven head. They have their robe, a bowl, lots of things as reminders of the path that they've chosen to go down. And they're involved in the Sangha too. Like, they've got a lot of opportunities to be brought back to the task of, now is the time to practice. And yeah, if you're in lay life and you don't have the same contact with Sangha, you don't have the same sort of physical environment, then yeah, we need to make our own reminders initially. So yeah, as I say, something physical. If that works for you, then great. Like, some people have those like prayer bead thingamajigs. That are popular with like Tibetan Buddhists and maybe Zen Buddhists. Yeah, prayer beads, a bracelet, I don't know, a bumper sticker on the car. I don't know, whatever works. Yeah. These Sangha calls, being on Discord, in interacting with people and sharing Dhamma and helping out fellow Dhamma friends when they have any questions or queries. Like, yeah, it's all beneficial. All help us to remember to be here now, practice right now.
Oh, the recording is still going on, by
Yeah, I don't know. I might go and make some lunch now, unless there's anything else that you'd like to discuss.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go off now too. Yeah, it's been a great call. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, it
Soul,
was really good.
soul from the space station.
Signing off, you son. See you, Eunice. Take care, man.
See you, Ben.